Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. It is me, Amaya, and Margot. Today we're going to be talking about Influencer Starter Pack. We're just going to be talking about basically all the starter things that you'll need to start creating content and eventually get brand deals, favorite things that we personally use, how we create content, and things that you'll need on your influencer journey. So we're just going to hop right into it. Make sure to follow us on our personals. Mine is at Amaya Dami on Instagram with an extra E at the end, and at Amaya Dami on TikTok.
And my Instagram is Margot Huntley, and my TikTok is Margot Huntley with 2 Y's.
That's so funny that we actually
Isn't it like opposite? Okay, so I think like the first things are pretty obvious maybe, but you're going to need a tripod. You might need either a Bluetooth clicker or to use Lens Buddy, and then some kind of lighting equipment, because good lighting, especially if you're creating content at home, like for TikTok, for whatever it is, you're not always gonna have perfect natural lighting. So whether that's a ring light, whether that's light boxes, there's all kinds of different things that you can get. So I guess we could jump into that.
Yeah, one of our clients, Sonics, actually has this super cool light that we love to use. It goes straight on your phone and it basically just sits on there, and you can turn it from bright white light, you can turn it to soft white light, you can turn it to yellow light or like warm light. But just having some type of lighting equipment like that, you don't need like a full-blown studio lighting, just something like cheap and simple, or like you said, a ring light. Those are perfect things to use in the beginning, or just things that we still use to this day.
Yeah, I have, I think ring lights are a really good investment if you do, especially if you're like making videos of yourself talking, maybe you do makeup tutorials, stuff like that. If you're someone who does a lot of like product shots, or maybe you do have a food account or whatever, a white box would be a really worthwhile investment so that you just have that clean, easy, like consistent background. And I think they have lighting in them to get good product shots or food shots for that type of content.
And then, like we said, you're probably not always going to have really good natural lighting. That's something that Margot and I actually invested in when doing our own apartment searching, was trying to find apartments that did have really good natural light, to make sure, since we do prioritize creating our own content, that was something big for us. But obviously it can be pricey. Natural lighting is amazing to have, but like in a bathroom setting, things like that, just learning how to set up your camera. Obviously you can change the exposure through your camera. You can make it up or down, or after editing is really good for changing up that lighting. But making sure your lighting is on point will make your content that much more high quality. So that would be a #1 tip, I think, for us, is lighting.
I totally agree. I think it's something that's such a low investment that will do so much for your content.
Yeah.
So it's like, it can be a $30 thing. Of course, it can go up if you want the really fancy stuff, but it doesn't need to be anything more than, you know, it can be easily under $50 and really up your content.
Sunset and sunrise are the best times, in my opinion, to take really crisp and clear photos, but they're very different types of lighting. And then in the middle of the day is where you can just get
front lighting. Of course, you want light in front of you, not behind you.
Our second best tip would be to have a designated area for this content creation. If you are in your own room or in your own apartment, just having one space that you are dedicating to be your aesthetic, to make sure you have a really cohesive background, if you like to have that in all your videos. Margot, I feel like this is her background setup, but she has like many places in her apartment. But when creating this, like, how did you end up creating your background, like your set background?
So I think people underestimate the power of like a clean, definitely clean, but an aesthetic background, and how easy that can be. So when I go about it, I look, okay, where is the best lighting? This has good lighting at certain parts of the day. I have other areas in my apartment that have better lighting at certain parts of the day. Making it match your aesthetic. So obviously mine's very neutral, black and white. And then just finding some aesthetic decor, and you can also change that out. This is what I normally have here. It's all black and white, but say I'm shooting for a brand and I'm shooting a pink dress. Then I have other little random decor items that you can find at Goodwill. You can just kind of collect, and I will like place them and almost rearrange it so that it's really gonna match whatever I'm shooting, and make for just so much more of a cohesive reel or photo or whatever that is. You can use props, you can use flowers, you can use books, whatever it is.
I think that makes it so much easier for when you are batch creating your content at home, and when you are just wanting to make content really quick. Our third thing that is very important is creating a media kit. So a media kit is something that personally I utilize all the time when I'm creating brand deals and when I'm trying to pitch myself to bigger brands or just small businesses. This is what mine looks like. Feel free to use it as a template however you want. Definitely try to make it original, make it to your aesthetic so that they can see your personality, who they're going to be working with. But key points to put on that media kit would be your following, where they can find you on TikTok, Instagram, all of that. What I like to do at the bottom of mine is put all of the businesses I've worked with before so that they see I'm reputable. They can also go see those accounts and just know that I've worked with companies like Bliss and Sonics and just all those companies so that they know I'm not new to it. But if you are new to it, obviously leave that part out and they won't think anything of it because they're not looking for it. But just having your audience percentage on there, telling them if your audience is more female or male or what that percentage looks like, maybe the averages of what your videos and photos reach, what the likes look like. And I also like to put a little bit of examples on there. So maybe like a screenshot of my feed, crop it, make it look super cute. And a little bit of background about me, what kind of content I like to create. Personally, I say I'm a lifestyle, fashion, business type content. Tweak that to however you want. If you want to do like skincare, if you want to do home, if you want to do just something niche to you. I think that that really helps you stick out and shows that you are taking it a little bit more serious, almost as if it's a resume.
Yeah, I would even say like part of your starter pack, not that it's a physical item, is just being able to show for what you're pitching yourself for. So if you're going to start reaching out to brands as part of your starter pack, make sure your feed already looks good. Make sure it's something you're proud of and that they're going to look at and be like, okay, I trust this person. They create quality content, they create consistent content. You know, if you reach out to a brand and you haven't posted in 6 months and it's not accurately representing the kind of content that you're telling them you're going to create for them, it's probably going to be difficult to get responses.
So that was a pretty quick and simple video that we wanted to put out there for you guys, just so that you know basically the start of having your influencing career, or if you're doing this like as a side thing. But those are just our simple, easy tips that you can follow. Make sure to check out our other video. It will probably be up before this one about how to create content. We go into depth about scouting locations and how to go about actually creating this content, how to batch create content, just all of our best tips on there. And let us know any other videos that you want to see from us, whether that's tips about influencing, if you want to see more about the social media marketing side, all of that. We would love to keep creating content for you guys, but make sure to go check that out. Check out our personals and check out Obtaining Social, where you can see more of a higher scale, what it's like creating content for an actual big companies and businesses and things like that. But we hope that you were able to take something from this video, and we hope to see you at the next one. Bye.